we are live. I am thrilled to extend a warm welcome to Healing Healthcare's author tour with your hosts, Dina Redinger and Sharon Weinstein, co-authors of the book, Healing Healthcare, Evidence-Based Strategies to Mend Our Broken System. Dina is not with us today, but she sends warm regards and a special greeting to today's guest. Before we get started, let's think about it. Nurses remain the backbone of healthcare, and little has been done or even studied to remedy a system that is truly in crisis. If we don't address this now, humankind will suffer. Or as I often say, who will be there to care for us? This book is packed with solutions to the problems that plague our healthcare systems today, the problems that lead to these troubling sentiments among prospective nurses. Nurse leaders from across the globe share their experiences, their thoughts, their evidence, and strategies to ensure the health of our healthcare. What you will find within the book are actionable steps for fixing a system that is currently suffering in silence. And we must get this book into the hands of those making the decisions. But before we start, we want to acknowledge you and thank you for joining us today. We have viewers from across the globe, so please use the chat and let us know where you're calling in from. And if you see this in the replay, you can still comment and we will respond. I am so pleased to welcome and introduce you to today's guest. Who is the guest? A lifelong learner, a healthcare leader, and a mentor. Originally from the Philippines, Ian moved to New York in 1999 and has since held pivotal roles at New York Presbyterian Westchester and Northwell Lenox Hill Hospital, focusing on critical care and patient experience. He is active in professional organizations like the Burrell Institute, the American College of Healthcare Executives, and the American Association for Men in Nursing. This highlights his commitment to advancing the field. Recognized for his leadership and excellence, he has received numerous awards, including the Distinction in Leadership Award from Northwell Lenox Hill Hospital and the Nurse Leader Excellence Award from New York Presbyterian. Welcome, Ian Saludares.
Hi, Sharon. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and really excited to be part of this session today, and like all the other interviews that have been happening prior to our launch. Thank you.
Well, we're thrilled to welcome you. I want to start out with a question. It's the same question we ask everyone. You had an invitation to participate. Tell us, please, why are you involved? Why did you say yes?
Well, it all started from a very short message from Bonnie Barnes from the Daisy Foundation, right? She invited me to participate in a special project. And knowing Bonnie's commitment to supporting nurses all over the world, and with her tremendous support of the American Association for Men in Nursing, I really accepted eagerly, right? Before even knowing any of the details. And then, of course, meeting you and Sharon, you and Dina heightened my excitement, right? The opportunity to collaborate with such incredible leaders from all across the country has been truly inspiring. And I hope everyone will continue to join us weekly as we do these author interviews. But the last couple of years have been eye-opening for all of us. The unique challenges that faced by healthcare professionals have really highlighted the critical need of resilience and well-being. And this is, I feel like, why our book, Healing Healthcare, is so vital. It's essential for everyone to have a copy of this, right? As it offers a lot of insights and crucial sustainability that we could use for the use of success in our profession as a whole. And me, myself, during the pandemic, having a personal experience managing an ICU, and it's known. I mean, the first known patient in New York City was in my ICU. I've seen how it had affected my team, myself, and everybody involved at the time, right? And the more it have opened my eyes that we really need to prioritize well-being. And I felt like being able to contribute in any way I can with this book, and to have really spread the message across the country and everybody, not only for nurses, right, for any healthcare professionals and even students, is very important. So that's why I was really excited to be part of this great endeavor.
You know, you mentioned that first patient experience. That was critical. Tell us how that made you feel. What were you thinking at the time?
Well, at that time, my main focus is to make sure my team was safe, right? As the leader of that ICU, when I got that call March 2nd, I won't forget, I got that call from our medical director and telling me, Ian, the patient that we transferred to our bigger university campus tested with this COVID. And of course, my next phone call was my chief nurse at that time and also my assistant nurse manager who was working because I know we had to act fast, right? Because of all of what's happening. But
Hmm.
the next couple of weeks and that have turned into months has been very a big struggle, not only for myself but for my entire team. But as the leader of the department, I know I need to do well, that I need to make sure my team is safe. I always huddle with them regularly, telling them obviously the priority is to make sure our patients are safe, but the number one more important than that
Hmm.
is to make sure that they are safe. For us to be able to continue taking care of those patients, we want to make sure we are safe. And it was really a turning point for me and myself as I evaluate my career. That is really important. I mean, as a brand new leader in the past, I felt like it's as I'm always on the go as the nurse leader, handling a team or handling a department. But I realized the importance of taking care of myself so I could continue to take care of the team and the people that are reports to me or that's part of my team. So that's really an eye-opening piece. If one good thing happened during the pandemic is for me to evaluate really my priorities and options. And definitely one of them is making sure that I'm okay so I could continue to take care of those people that are under me or are reporting to me.
Exactly. And that is so critical because we all know we can't drink from an empty cup. It doesn't work that way. And so you basically were a trailblazer at that time. It seems like so long ago, and yet it's not. When we look at long COVID and we look at the other challenges that we now face, it's not that long ago, and it basically is still with us. But you blazed the trail, set the standard, and raised the bar. And I think part of that raising the bar was really knowing that you needed to care for yourself first. Just like you put on your own oxygen mask first, you needed to be there to take care of yourself, to role model for your team.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I did, right? As a leader, we want to make sure our team are okay.
Mhm.
And the first step there is to make sure I am okay. And it
Right.
took me a while to really even make that switch in my head, right? I mean, I'm always ready to prove myself. Like I said,
Of
I
course.
remember as a brand new leader, but the importance of making sure that we take care of ourselves first is something that I still continue to learn. I still continue to improve on. So to just make sure that I'm able to support my team appropriately.
Great. Let's switch gears for a minute and ask about something else. I have a question about your chapter. How do we attract the next generation of nurses, and how does organizational culture play a part in that process? Please tell us about that.
Well, that's really interesting, right? Like I said, the last couple of years have been really challenging for everyone, and attracting the generation of nurses requires a holistic approach that highlights a nurturing work environment. It means that includes prioritizing work-life balance, and work-life balance could mean a lot of different things: mental health support, and of course, opportunities for professional growth. And like you mentioned, organizational culture is key here, right? By integrating health and wellness initiatives into nursing practice, we show a true commitment to the well-being of our nurses. And this makes our profession more appealing to young people and additionally fostering an environment that encourages flexibility, innovation, and making sure that it creates ethical patient-centered care practices, which is a positive
Mhm.
perception of our overall the healthcare field. And it's been challenging, especially with what we've gone through from the students coming into the profession, from them being novice nurses, being on the field has been a challenge. And definitely our book could provide some solutions, practical solutions to address those specific needs.
So you mentioned before, you reiterated what I said, that we need to get this book into the hands of everyone. And then you mentioned students coming in from the field. Do students need to read this book as well? Are they a good audience for us?
Definitely, we want to catch them young. I mean, right? I mean, from the get-go, while they're still in the nursing school. And obviously, a lot of things they will learn while they are already on the field, they are working. But definitely, I mean, these are one of the favorite people that I want to share our book with. Right? I have the great opportunity and the privilege of mentoring young students, and I have told them that you should get a copy and share it to all your classmates. They will definitely find some practical tips and solutions that will arm them before they even hit the ground running as a member of this valuable and, like I said, profession of ours, right? Our beloved profession. That will just equip them with some tools that they could use as early on as they start their career.
That's great. And one of the things that we mentioned on an earlier call today when we were meeting with some of the contributors was we showcased the video that will be released soon. And one of the things that Melissa Birdie said is that we offer solutions. Solutions are critical. It's one thing to state that this is the issue. It's another to offer evidence-based solutions that can, in fact, affect change. So what is the takeaway, the solution from your chapter, one thought that will lead to transformative change?
Well, I believe the core message of my chapter essentially the necessity of integrating well-being into the nursing leadership role and practice, right? And this change must start from with each of us, right? We need to be able to model the behavior from as simple as taking time off. When you're really taking time off, that you are really off, that you're learning to disconnect, right? Or even the simple way of the time when you send email messages to your team members, reflect what you value and prioritize. Overall, as leaders, we need to be able to model the behavior. Take time to take care of ourselves so that we can continue to take care of the people under us, right? Prioritizing self-care is essential so that, like I said, we could continue to support and take care of our teams. And this approach doesn't only enhances the health of individual nurses, but also to transform the organizational culture overall, leading to sustainable resilience across the healthcare system. And I feel like, I mean, if we start from us, and then it trickles down to our team and to all the people around us.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. I want to share a couple of comments that are in the chat. One says that inherent in the nature of nurses is to put the patient first. Thus, leaders that look after the welfare of their clinical bedside team is very necessary. And obviously, somebody wants to get a copy of this book to share with their students. They should get one for all of the students, right?
I know. I'm like I said, I know it's available already, pre-order. You can check it right there. If I'm pointing on the right on your favorite online booksellers, we're really excited that you guys to get a copy of this. And I know Sharon and Dean is very busy preparing some events all over the country, attending, I mean, different events and even visiting different key cities to promote our book. And we're really excited. I'm really excited to be part of this. And I really hope everybody gets a copy or two and share it with your mentees or with people around you that will benefit on some of the tips and practical solutions that we have for this book.
Oh, I totally agree. I absolutely agree. And you've been so instrumental in social media posts and more promoting the whole concept of the book. So we're thrilled with the results. We are totally thrilled to have you as a contributor. And we are so excited about the value that this will bring to today's healthcare system, creating tomorrow's future. That's what it's really all about, being there for tomorrow, knowing that we do have solutions to the issues that we're now facing that can be transformed as a result of the evidence-based solutions that our contributors have offered. We're thrilled about that and so glad that you've been a part of it.
So like I said, the honor is all mine, Sharon. I can't wait, hoping we could do one here in New York City. I'm finalizing some details, but hopefully we could come and visit New York City so we could launch the book here and have, like I said, everybody hands on the copy of our book.
Absolutely. I look forward to that. Well, you know, like all good things, this comes to an end and it's time for a close. And an invitation for those of you who are on LinkedIn Live to join us again next week as we welcome another one of your peers to the program. Next week's guest is Dr. Alina Kushkian, the Dean of Erebuni Medical Academy in Yerevan, Armenia. I have known and worked with Alina since 1993 and was instrumental in starting the nursing school and in chartering their chapter of Sigma Theta Tau. So we look forward to a really exciting session. For now, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us, and a special thank you to you, Ian, for the value that you have brought to the nursing community and to the readers of our book. We're so thrilled.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.